Okay. So, first I have to say I have to credit the artist who made this map, and it's like for free. And I found it on like a Reddit. It's Witchy Witch Adventures. Just amazing resource that was posted. So thank you. And I'm gonna do a little recap, unless anyone has any objections or has anything else to say.
Nope.
Oh, sounds great.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Music sound good for you guys? If you have music on.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. Last time on Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Okay. After your guys' daring escape from hither, you ride a very cramped swamp balloon to thither, piloted by Lady Morgort. On the balloon ride over, Meow Wolf shows Zindi the book The One True King, which is written in Sylvan. The Bullywug Prince is more of a fairy tale and is the competing story that Zindi grew up with. And that one just talks about a Bullywug Prince reuniting the Feywild. The party kind of has some pause about this because the Feywild is where the fairy tales are born. Zoom tight.
Thanks.
It's just a fairy tale until it's not, remarks Klarga. Lady Morgort points out that some of the main points of hither, as you guys are kind of riding over, and mentions a few pieces of gossip she had recently heard about. So Skabatha, or Granny Nightshade, seems to be running some kind of like heinous child sweatshop, and allegedly has a pet dragon and may or may not have a unicorn. Lady Morgort also mentions that there's like a large pool or lake, but you can never seem to get close enough to it.
Okay.
So she ends up dropping you guys off near Nib's cave. Nib seems to be some kind of acquaintance or friend of Lady Morgort, and she refers to him as Old Nibsy. After parting ways with Clapperclaw and Lady Morgort, you guys make your way into thither. But as you guys are coming in to the thick forest, you come across a wanted poster. The individual in question looks a lot like Zindi.
Oh yeah.
So Zindi ends up changing her look a little bit, and you guys enter Nib's cave. As you guys enter, Meow Wolf does end up announcing themselves, and you guys see an old blindfolded man who's surrounded by mountains of treasure. The man is startled when Meow Wolf announces themselves, and after you guys sort of calm down and introduce yourselves, and name-dropping Lady Morgort, Nib explains that he is cursed, and the curse is from Granny Nightshade, and it's to give his fortune away because he gathered all his wealth by living a despicable life as a landlord. So Nib invites you... Yeah, boo! Nib invites you guys to spend the night while he works on making you guys some items. Meow Wolf and Klarga, you guys see a little bit of like disturbing figures lurking around Nib before you guys fall asleep. And in the morning, Klarga mentions that you slept fitfully, and Nib reveals that he is not in fact blind, lifts his blindfold, and says that he sees apparitions of people that he's wronged from the corner of his eye. He also gives you guys some presents. So Zindi, you have the Wand of Secrets. This has 3 charges, and you can basically use it to like find a trap door, and you get to roll for it every day after you start using it. All of this is already in your inventory and stuff, so just, take a gander. Klarga, you have your beautiful cloak of protection, and then Meow Wolf, you have your gloves of thievery, but I think it's sleight of hand in your inventory.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
So, Nib says that Skabatha is obsessed with capturing Will of the Wild. the person in question on this wanted poster who bears a resemblance to Zindi. Word on the street is that this kid broke out some other kids from Loomlurch, Granny Nightshade's sort of headquarters. Nib also lets you know that the forest changes kind of every day, so it's pretty impossible to give correct directions. So just, you know, you will get there when you get there. The forest chooses your path. So as you guys make your way further into the forest, you come across 3 rusty sickles on the ground and 3 random goats. Now, Meow Wolf and Klarga approach the goats with no problem, but one goat decides to bite Zindi. When Zindi cries out, 24 pixies all pop out and tell the party that the goats are actually redcaps, which are sort of like a devilish little being that roam the land since Skabatha came into power. One of the pixies, Amaryllis, says that the pixies actually polymorph the redcaps, but the spell is going to wear off soon. So Zindi whips out her dagger and slits her goat's throat. Klarga and Meow Wolf are disgusted, and Meow Wolf commands Snoodles to attack, and he goes over to the dead redcap to make sure he's actually dead. Zindi takes care of Meow Wolf's goat, and then Klarga hand axes hers, and right before they fall to the ground, they transform back into redcaps. So the pixies thank you, and you guys make your way further into thither. You come across some like dragon-like prints, and they suddenly stop a little further up the trail, and you guys kind of infer that this means like this creature can fly. Zindi is very insistent that this is a dragon. After you guys see that, Meow Wolf, you see something in the far distance, and you guys hear a faint cry. So you make your way towards the sound to find a young owlbear pulling a broken chariot. The owlbear is unhurt, and Zindi absolutely insists on freeing and looking after the young owlbear, who is named Juniperberry according to her collar. You guys take the chariot, and Zindi is able to ride Juniper. You guys kind of travel down the road, and you start to make camp. Zindi, you decide to go off to hunt for Juniper. You take Snoodles with you, and you think you see a deer, but it's actually an old centaur named Winterbow. After a few questions, he politely asks to join Zindi by her fire. And as you bring him around, he is immediately enchanted by your guys' very merry band, as he puts it. Winterbow is very polite and is extremely interested in hearing more about Diana Cloppington. Winterbow kind of says that, you know, he's too old and he was too slow to escape with his herd, and he's kind of been trapped in this forest since. You guys also give Winterbow your unpunched ticket to the Witchlight Carnival.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I was like, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Okay.
you cut out over.
Sorry. Basically, you are around this campfire, kind of packing in for the night. So if there's anything you want to do before your long rest, or anything you want to kind of go over before we start a new day, do so now.
I don't know what we would do.
Yeah, you can just be like, we pack it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put on my pajamas.
I put my water sack out and hop in.
Great. So you guys kind of bed down for the night. And, you know, Winterbow kind of joins you. Juniper sort of sleeps a little bit further, but she's obviously an excellent guard for this area. So if anything was going to sneak up on you, pretty sure the owlbear would tell you first. So, go ahead and long rest on your character sheets, guys.
Long rest.
Done.
Done.
All right.
Okay, perfect. So, you guys wake up the next morning. You are... How do you guys think you're feeling with your sort of situation going on right now?
Klarga's pumped to have a new party member.
Yeah, I'm definitely like pretty like restless. I like, well, obviously we love new party member, but I'm also like restless to like get to find my mom.
Right.
I'm feeling relieved that the hag situation got handled, and we're about to embark on a new situation here where we can possibly get rid of another hag and restore the Fey realm as we look for the folks that have been missing from the Witchlight.
Okay, awesome. So you guys sort of wake up. It's dawn. You sort of all get up, yawning. You see that Winterbow is already up and at 'em, and he's sort of roasting a couple rabbits for the party. He is just like kind of like, well, let's start our day. It's a large area.
I guess I need to go hunting before the day starts. I guess I don't want to hold everybody up. So, what should I roll for like my little hunting voyage?
Go ahead and roll a are you better at nature or survival?
Nature.
Okay, go ahead and roll a nature check for me.
23.
Okay, you sort of like are like, okay, I have to do this quickly since, and you sort of like chomp down on your own rabbit, and you go out and expertly use your crossbow to sort of like get a couple birds.
Nice.
So you come across like some like weird quail beast.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you nab a couple of those. 23 is kind of ridiculous. So, yeah.
Nice. She's so happy. Sweet. Done.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna say it is, ooh, okay, and then I can do this. Hopefully it carries over to each map. Okay. Now you guys have like a timer. Should show. Not sure.
On the map?
I thought it did, but maybe it doesn't. Or maybe you can just click on the timer to check.
Where is the timer?
Do you guys see on the bottom left, there's like a little hourglass?
Yes.
Okay, what does it say for you guys?
It says start a countdown timer.
Oh, it only does it for me? Okay, whatever. Alright, so you guys, which way? And then I'm gonna hope this activates on your guys' side. Do you guys see,
Hold on, it's loading.
Okay.
Mine too.
Okay.
I'm
Interesting.
okay, I'm dying. Are we all seeing the same thing?
The
I
thither
think
map?
so. but
I'm-
like with a bunch of bits blacked out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm seeing thither, but like a huge portion of it is just like cut out.
Yes.
Is that intentional?
Yes.
I think it is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh, it's because we haven't explored those places yet?
Yeah, so you saw it. So you're kind of like, I let you guys see it, and you know, it's, if you guys want to go snoop back around in the chat, I'm sure it's in the chat somewhere. But you guys can basically pick a direction to go. But you can, you know, zoom in and out. But this is where you guys are, and you guys can zoom really far in to see where you guys are at. It's very fun.
Very cool.
And then I can zoom in and out. Very, very, very fun. So go ahead and tell me a direction that you want to go and for how long.
Could I just kind of, what kind of, trees and stuff are we surrounded by?
This is just, very, very dense forest.
And how tall are the trees?
Pretty, like this I would say this is almost like redwood style, where it's just like, if you creepy forest, you can kind of get lost. It's dark.
Okay. Okay, cool. Because I am arboreal, and I can. So I'm just wondering, like what the branches are looking like, and if I can traverse quickly, faster, traversing through branches than I could necessarily on the ground.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Yeah, so how many feet can you go?
So I can do like I think it's like a standing jump of it's like 15 or 25 feet. It's like 50,
Yeah, they're definitely taller than that.
The branches?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the branches, you just want to like hop on up on fully a branch. Okay.
Look, if I can hop onto branches and then walk through the branches at the same speed as on ground level.
All right. Yeah, make a I guess make an acrobatics check, or whatever the ability spend is, or do you just have it?
I mean, I am. It's like a racial trait that I'm arboreal.
Yeah, let's
But
see here.
but I can I can do like a survival or something, or
Standing leap, your long jump. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how you want to try and jump all the way to the top?
yeah, I just want to get to basically a tree branch where I'm in a good like basically I have an the upper viewpoint, and then if I can just traverse through the trees because they're so densely together that I can go through them at the same rate as walking on the ground.
Okay, so I rolled, and they are going to be like 208 feet tall.
Okay.
So we'll say that's how tall the trees are.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's going to take you a bit to get to the top.
Right. I'm not trying to get to the top. I'm just trying to be at a vantage point.
Okay. Cool.
And to be above the party and stuff. But thank you for letting me know in case I need to make a strong bolt upwards for whatever reason.
Okay, sick. All right. So sort of like watching out. All right, so what direction you guys want to go in?
North is my vote.
I could go north.
All right.
Yeah.
What else I really like about this tool is like there's like a little protractor, and you can sort of like measure how far everything is. This is not super great because the map is like really big, but the other ones are like very specific.
Cool.
So how far north you want to go? We'll say past these mountains.
That seems so far.
Yeah.
How about what those? Are we? Yeah. How about we go towards those mushrooms?
That looks exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, on the left or on the top?
The like. Oh, I see that there's the closer mushrooms. I
Okay.
assume.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably gonna take you like an hour to get there.
Okay. That's not as far as we thought, eh?
No, those are pretty close. Okay, so you guys go over to the mushrooms. And go ahead. Hold on a sec. Alright, so everyone roll a nature check. And then Zindi roll with advantage.
Okay, so I rolled twice, right?
Yeah.
19 was my best one.
Okay.
You said nature check for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nature check.
Nature.
18.
Okay.
10.
Such
I got some mosquito bites.
Such perception on that Klarga. Like, just absolutely.
Wow,
That's your specialty.
So much. Which, I mean, honestly, it's like you know, like you kind of like you perceive a lot at once, and then everything else you just like stop perceiving. Perceiving abilities end.
All right. So do you guys see the new map?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, excellent. So go ahead and where do you guys want to? Where do you guys? I think you would probably be coming in from this upper right side.
Okay. Cute.
Oh my gosh, so many of y'all.
Squeak!
Snoodles, how could I forget? And our boy Winterbow probably. So go ahead, and if you guys want to rearrange yourself for like marching order, or if you think this is good, and then let me know if you can or cannot move your thing.
And not yet move it.
I can move.
All right.
I'm gonna be right here on this branch.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, and then how could I forget?
Is that Keeks?
Where do you think Juniper Berry would be? Zindi.
She would be next to me.
Okay, go ahead and move her as you see fit.
Okay. She's gonna be kind of under the tree.
Sick. Okay, so one of you roll me a d8. Just a regular d8.
Klarga.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
7.
Okay.
Yay.
You guys come across this fairy ring. Zindi, you definitely have seen a fairy ring before, have, been around one. The Fae is kind of dark now, and it gives you pause. But then you see a little swarm of Campestries. I am more than likely saying that wrong.
Do these horrifying mushrooms have little faces?
Yes.
Dang.
And they are sort of like singing. la 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 la. Like they're just sort of going back and forth, and you're like, oh god. It's a little bit of like it's a small world vibes where you're like, I'm sure this is kind of cute sometimes, but this is just annoying.
And not right now. Yeah, it's creepy.
So they just start. They're just singing along, and they don't like regard you or anything. They just keep like swaying and singing.
Okay. I mean, it seems that they like music, and like obviously, like it's a weird like fairy thing. So, I'm gonna take out my pan flute, and try to like kind of play along with their song and see if it like helps, if they like notice me, and kind of start off on a good foot. So I take out my pan flute. I'm gonna roll. Sick. Wow, I rolled a 26.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So
I play along. Do 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 do. And like it blends into like their little song really perfectly.
Yeah. So as Zindi pulls out her lute and plays just this gorgeous melody, the Campestri sort of like almost now that they have something to follow, they just sort of parrot what Zindi's doing, and it sounds so much better. It sounds much more tolerable. So you guys sing like a little song, and then they just sort of once you're done playing Zindi, they just like hum and like sway.
Okay. I say hello. Fungi friends.
You see all of them like turn. And it's very much the aliens from Toy Story.
Oh,
Like,
iconic. The best.
So they're like, the song we sing, we must sing.
What do you sing for? Mushroomy moves?
They sway and hum, and they go, we need a hero.
You need a hero?
We need a hero.
What, hold on. Do you need a hero that's gonna be strong and fast and fresh from the fight?
You understand?
Are you by chance looking for a hero that's sure and soon and larger than life?
Yes. Do you know of someone as this?
Well, I believe that I can be that hero. For some reason, something about, I don't know, there's like a vibe with like these mushrooms, the light. I feel like I'm just kind of like inhaling the vibe, and like they loved my first tune so much. I just like decide to like totally like go all out, like, and I sing the Shrek 2 version of I Need a Hero to them. And like it goes on for a little while. And when I'm done, I'm like really feeling this new long hair of mine like the short blue was cool, but like I can like finally do hairography. Like I've never like, do before. And I go, that's what you were talking about, right?
We've been holding out for a hero. And they're like, woo! They love it.
Yeah, I turn to Klarga and Meow Wolf and I go, yeah, I think my work is done here. And I just turn around and I just like start petting Juniper Berry. Little under the chin scratchies.
Oh, just where she likes it.
Okay, so let me see here. How long are you guys going to chill there for a sec?
Do we need anything from this place? Is there anything? Could I do an insight check?
Yeah.
Does he have anything like special herbs or special anythings? Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling in my tree here, thinking about how nice the wind is.
Okay, fantastic. I love that for you.
I'll do an insight check too.
Do it up.
19!
Klarga, these mushrooms have maybe 3 brain cells between the 4 of them. They are obviously just sort of like little mushroom guardians of this fairy circle thing. They seem to like Zindi's song. They're not hurting anyone.
Okay. So there's nothing cool going on in the middle of the circle?
So the Campestri sort of like go back to their humming, and the one on the end, this guy right here, calls Zindi over. Zindi, you're on mute.
Sorry, should I do can I do a perception?
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
12?
Yeah.
They're talking mushrooms? Like, it's very weird.
But that's it. Oh, well, I mean, I rolled a 12, so IDK. So one of the mushrooms has followed me?
One of the mushrooms calls you over.
Oh, okay.
The bard.
Sorry?
The bard.
Oh, yes. I'm a bard. That's correct. Hello. Have you ever heard of do you know where we could find the hag that runs this thither?
You seek the toy maker.
Yes, the toy maker. She has a whole weird creepy factory, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Where can we find her?
We protect the rings. We don't want them to be bad like her.
Who are you protecting in the ring?
The fairy power. The good in the fae.
Okay.
They're just sort of like,
IDK, I turn to my friends and go guys, this is just I don't know, really weird. I don't think that these fun guys are very, but I guess they like music, which is chill. But
yeah, let's get out of here. Actually,
We can.
They just sort of like hum, and they say, "Good luck."
Thanks.
Bye.
All right.
All right. Let me see here. Let me go back to our other one. And we'll move you guys to here. Let me fix this. And then I'll uncover some of this for you.
Wait. Okay, what? I don't actually see what was uncovered.
Yeah, hold on. It's making me do
Oh.
the whole thing.
Ah,
Right on.
creepy. Ooh, what is up with that little cliff edge with the hole in it?
Yeah, so you guys can like go towards something, or you can just decide to like continue going north. Up to y'all.
Where is the cliff edge with the hole?
It's northwest of us.
This cave thing?
Oh my god, I'm like so like.
There's something that's labeled something cave.
Oh,
isn't that
no.
where we started? That's I think where the old guy with spinning stuff is.
So if you'll see where our characters are right now, it's northwest of that.
Yeah.
See the rock with the hole in it?
Rock with the hole in it.
I feel like everything northwest of me is still. Hold on, let me just started streaming.
I don't see a rock with a hole in it.
I feel like my stuff didn't upload or update.
Huh. I'll send you guys a screenshot of what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Is it north?
Alright, and let me see if I can add this. That's not it at all. Try again. Okay, I'm looking at this.
Oh, whoa, okay. Whoa, oh, north, sorry. West, I thought you meant east. Yeah, that's really, I was literally looking in the wrong direction. I'm an idiot. That looks really cool. Wow, Klarga, that light is crazy. Should we go check it out?
Yeah, let's.
Let's do it.
All right, so by my calculations, this is about 7 miles away. So if you guys go, was it 30 feet a minute? That's so much math. Google is my friend. 30 feet a minute. I'm gonna say if I ran the mile in high school in an hour, this is gonna take you like a while to get there.
Yeah.
Let's say it takes you a good like 5 hours to get over to this rock.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then if you guys got up at like dawn, which is 5 a.m., and you were already up for an hour, 6, 7. So it's 12. Yeah, it's about noon by the time you get there. Whoa, that was so much fucking math. So you guys come up, and you make it across the river, okay? And you basically get to the base of this large cliff here.
Yeah.
Which, if the trees are 208 feet tall, this is much larger than that.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
So it's like super, super, super feet tall.
It's tall, yeah.
I look up and I go, whoa, I don't know if we're going to be able to climb that. I'm exhausted from that hike. I'm going to just roll perception to see what I can see.
Can I send Keeks to fly up and take a look?
Oh, great idea. Forgot that Keeks could fly.
Oh, bless you, Keeks.
E?
Uh-huh. What'd you roll?
Oh, let me go ahead and roll it. Perceptions. Let's see. Keeks has a 10.
So Keeks sort of like flies up and is sort of like it's such a thick forest, and it almost feels like as Keeks tries to fly up, like that something is blocking them from like getting all the way up top, and Keeks sort of like comes back down, like kind of defeated. I'm gonna have Winter. Go ahead and everyone make me a perception check.
Fuck! It bounced right from 19 to 1, so I got 2.
8.
Meow Wolf got a 27.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, goddamn. Okay, so 27. So Meow Wolf, you are what do you guys think the marching order is here? Go ahead, feel free to
I'm definitely not in the front. What about our man, Centaur? What did he see? He's a man of the woods. Do you know what this is, Winterbum?
Winterbum?
What's his name?
Winterbow. Winterbone's cool, though.
Yeah, Winterbow, sorry.
Yeah, let me look up his stats really quick. I thought I had them open.
For Meow Wolf, if the trees are still dense and he's able to be in the trees, he'd be in the trees right now.
Okay.
And Klarga would try to be out front.
So I'd be probably like above my party. So, and I would probably be like either I'd be right slightly behind Klarga, above.
Yeah, can you guys move your characters?
Oh, yeah.
I still cannot.
No?
Nope.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Up front, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't focus.
Okay, let me see what homie's perception is. +3. Okay, he only got a 19. But I would say he's like also kind of in the front, and then yeah, we'll say Juniper's there. Okay. And then let me roll.
Can't tell which one's me. Let me see.
You guys can also
there.
zoom in.
There I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then let me, 'cause, 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 ' Let me roll for this. Okay. Okay, so Meow Wolf, you're like creeping forward. You're in the front. You hear Keeks, eat, eat. You feel something is off, and just as you're like, hold on, something like pops out at you, and you guys see. I'm gonna change maps now. You guys see a sort of a mystic being here. It's yellow leaves and like at first you think it's almost like a shrub.
Whoa.
Okay.
She's fine.
She fine though.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh yeah, okay. I look, Klarga. You should, I don't know. She seems like nature. You should talk to her maybe.
Ooh, yeah, okay. So I walk right up to her and go, "Hey, you come here often?"
She sort of is like, what? She's so stunned because like normally people would try and attack her. And she sort of like has her finger raised and she's like, she puts it down and she goes, "You are not frightened of me."
Should I be?
And she gets like kind of like a smirk on her face and she goes, "Well, I would be if I met Nee in the woods."
Well, I'd really like it if we could consider you a friend. I'm Klarga. What can I call you?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, my wheelhouse. 25, baby.
Wow.
She is taken aback. And especially for such a tall presence as yourself, Klarga. She sort of like looks up and she goes like, and she puts out a little hand and she goes, "Meadowleaf."
It is so nice to meet you, Meadowleaf.
It is rarely that I can say the same.
What did she say?
It is rarely that I can say the same.
Interesting. Like I said, I hope we can call you a friend. We were just exploring the area, and we were wondering if you know anything about this cliffside.
She looks up, and you guys are sort of like in the shadow of this cliffside almost. And she goes, "It is my private watchtower, and the way I can look over the trees and the plants and the wild things in the forest."
Oh, wow. So are you kind of a guardian of this area?
I was, but so much has been taken from me. It's that horrible witch, Scabatha. And
Oh, we hate her too!
you see this, like, she's like yes. Even though she's normally like yellow and almost like a crispy yellow green, you see when she talks about Scabatha, she turns like a fiery orange.
Ooh.
And
It's
like an autumn leaf, and she goes, "Yes, she has stolen all of my life's work. I worked so hard to make the Fae beautiful and enchanting for all, and she stole it in one night."
How did she steal that? That doesn't seem like something you can take.
She sort of like looks around and and looks almost like she's watching for something. Everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check.
Perception.
23.
8.
Wait, no, that was you. 21.
Okay, 21 and 23.
Yes.
Okay. You guys notice Meadowleaf kind of just being odd. And Meow Wolf, you're in the trees, right?
Yes.
When you've been in the trees, you now that everyone's like silent and everyone's sort of listening, you hear like a tick, 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 and you're like, "What?" It sounds wrong in the forest. And then Zindi, it's so. It's almost like you hear a bell chiming, but so far off, and you're like, how long has that bell been chiming? And Meadowleaf sort of is like, they're watching. Come. And she's like, we will go to my private quarters.
Oh, so, do I have like can I do like a wisdom to see if I know if this is like a safe situation or not?
Yeah, totally.
All right. Do I have wisdom? Boom. All right, a 20.
Okay. Nat 20?
No, not a nat 20. It's a dirty 20.
Honestly, pretty much everyone who you've talked to this entire time you've been in thither have been like, we fucking hate that bitch. So,
Yeah.
and maybe it's just like because you're a druid. Maybe it's just because you're a grung. But you're just like, you know what? I'm just real trusting of like the plants and go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage since you got a 20.
Alrighty. Arcana with advantage. We have a 19 as for the first roll. And we have... Alright, so we're going with a 19. The other one was 14.
Okay, you think that this is some kind of like Archfey will rule the Feywild, but there's still powerful spirits who sort of roam in the forest. This is like gonna be some kind of like protector spirit, some type of dryad, or some sort of like witch or druid. As you know, that there are certain druids who can like become trees and like live essentially a really, really, really long life. So you kind of feel like you can trust her.
Okay. So I accept her offer. Why, yes, thank you for the offer. I shall accompany you. Is there enough space for my comrades to come along?
But of course, you are. And then she sort of like looks at the owlbear and is like, interesting. Not many can tame such a noble beast.
And then and this is the feather, is the other, the foliage being still there?
Yeah, this is Meadowleaf, and then Winterbow is still with you guys, and Winterbow he's not right in front. He's sort of just like letting you guys interact with this person first. But you guys aren't like being stealthy or anything.
Okay. Okay, so let's I will go ahead and let them lead.
Very well. So she leads you down a path, and it's sort of like a path opens up that you guys didn't see before. And she sort of like comes down here and sort of goes this way, and you're like, but we just came in through here. Okay, well, and she sort of like leads you to a sort of safe space. I'm gonna throw up our map before and then add our girl Meadowleaf, just to give you a rough idea of where you guys are at. And everyone go ahead as you enter. Give me a perception check.
5.
Goddamn.
I keep blinking and I keep like being
17.
like, man, it's dark out here.
16.
16.
Go.
Okay. 16 and 17. Okay.
I'm gonna do them for Keeks too.
You guys enter, and as you guys were walking down the path, and just like, it was kind of the thing where Keeks couldn't fly high enough to break the treetops. You guys kind of feel the path changing behind you. And you guys walk for a bit. And you get very turned around. Like, you guys take a lot of weird turns and twists. And eventually you come to this interestingly lit part of the forest. It gets like darker and darker and darker as you go in. And then eventually the foliage starts becoming like very brightly colored. And you're like, huh. Okay. But you know, if she wanted to end y'all, she seems like she's controlling some of this to an extent. So she brings you guys to sort of like a little safe clearing. It's a little uncanny how similar it seemed to where you camped before, but you definitely aren't close enough to there. You walked for like 5+ hours, and you just walked for like 30 minutes. Like, you're not close to where you camped before. She sort of says, "We are safe here. She cannot hear within my woods."
Wow, what do you got? What kind of security system do you have? That's pretty amazing.
She looks around, like, sort of like lovingly, and she goes, "All of these are my family."
They're beautiful.
She sort of like smiles and she goes, "Thank you." I grew them myself. And she sort of like, like she's so pleased with her work, and she says, "And what do you intend to do about Scabatha?"
Oh, I'm gonna kill her. It sounds like she's taken my mom captive, so yeah, I'm over it at this point. Whatever it takes to get my mom back.
Yeah, we need to restore the natural order.
The more we hear about her, the worse she sounds. I don't think anyone would be crying over her death.
Certainly not I. She looks at Zindi and she goes, "Your mother?"
Yes. My mother's name is Alestra. She's an elf. I think that she's been taken captive by the toy maker.
Interesting. The elves are hiding. They prefer to hide away in their own protected forest.
Yes, I grew up very isolated from many people. We lived in the forest alone, just in a cottage, so.
Let's see. Well. And how do you plan to kill such a powerful hag?
We're kind of, I feel like, riff it, guys. I look at my friend Strug. We need to learn more about her. We've already successfully killed a hag, so I think that we're doing pretty good. 2 hags, actually. How many? What's our count?
I think it's 2. Not bad.
How many?
Who's the other hag?
She was my former wife.
Wasn't there somebody else there too? The person visiting? Oh, we didn't kill them though.
We didn't kill them.
Okay.
They're the reason why we had to leave with the quickness.
Got it.
Yeah.
She looks really shocked when you say it used to be your wife, and she looks at you and she squints and she goes, "What was your name again?"
Oh. I start stumbling on what to say because I don't know if I should say anything or not. So I just go. I was making sure that the lands got returned to their natural status. So that was my late, not so great former wife. I just doubled down on what I said. I don't give my name.
She narrows her eyes at you, and she sort of looks you up and down, and is clearly super suspicious of you, and is like, maybe I misjudged you, but she doesn't, she doesn't do anything about it. She gives you a look, and she goes, I see. She looks over at Winterbow and says, "I haven't seen one of you in quite some time." And Winterbow sort of nods and says, "My herd escaped, and I was too slow to keep up with them. I have been wandering the forest ever since. And he sort of like does a small bow and he says, I share the forest with you. And she gives just a very faint like bow back, and they sort of like have an understanding, and Winterbow goes back to like sharpening his blade or whatever he's doing. And Meadowleaf says, well, you are safe here for the time being. If you need to plan or anything, I suppose I will help you if it means that balance can be restored. I am putting a great deal of faith in you.
Nice.
We're honored. Thank you.
Squeak!
We will do everything we can to live up to that faith.
She really likes Klarga. Like, she's
Yes.
not sure how to feel about quite everyone else. But Klarga's saying all the right things. She's like, okay. She looks over at Juniper and she goes, very uncommon to have such a creature.
Well, just, I don't know what to say about Junebug. She's just my buddy. And I kind of give her a pat. And she goes, but she does kind of sniff around. I think that she's kind of hungry.
The Meadowleaf like looks at her and she goes, you will have to keep her very well fed.
Definitely. Good news is I'm a pretty good hunter, and if not, I got this guy. And I finger guns at Winterbow.
Winterbow sort of is like solemn, and Snoodles is like peeing on a bush.
I love Snoodle.
Why can't I move him? Anyway, so so Snoodles is like peeing on a tree. Meadowleaf sort of like looks over and is like, well, while the owlbear might be a little more than a pet, she looks at Snoodles, she goes, this one here is a pet.
Cute.
Yeah, never been any doubt about that.
Noodles is adorable.
Yeah, Snoodles is just sort of like, after he's done peeing on the bush, he like goes over to Juniper, and it's sort of like the thing where like the puppy is like bothering the like older dog, and the older dog is just like, no bitch, and like gives like a soft slash, and Snoodles like runs away, and they just keep doing that. Meadowleaf sort of like is quiet for a minute and says, well, I may as well see if I can provide anything to you. She sort of goes into a nearby cave. So she like goes off screen for a second. And you hear her like rummaging around for some stuff and muttering to herself. She's gone for a little bit, so if you guys have anything you want to like talk about very quickly while she's gone, you guys can.
Oh my god, she's so pretty.
I could tell, Klarga, but I think that she kind of likes you too. I mean, she seems to be a pretty, just like, I don't know, like, uptight being, given the fact that she's pretty powerful, but she doesn't seem to mind you, though.
Yeah, she's kind of standoffish, but like I like it, you know?
Is that your type?
I guess I like there to be like, kind of a like tension,
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm really glad we got off on the right foot with her, though. She really seems like I would not want her for an enemy.
Yeah, good job being, I guess, hot to her.
Who, me?
Got her to stop dead in her tracks.
Thank God.
So, she comes back out, and she's sort of like, oh, da, 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 da. And she is carrying a little pouch with her. She goes, okay. I have a few things that I think might be able to help you. And she pulls out, so one, she reached in a little bag and she pulls out 3 sycamore seeds. And she says, these are not normal seeds. I've had these growing in my garden for a long time. And they're the reason I'm allowed to quietly move through the forest. And she gives you the sycamore seeds. Mechanically, these are one-time use seeds that can be used for Pass Without Trace.
For what?
Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, Pass Without Trace, it adds a +10 to your stealth.
Ooh, cool.
Okay. And then she sort of like digs around in the pouch a little bit more. And she pulls out like a little vial. And it's sort of like one of the vials where it's like wrapped in twine. It's got like a wax seal on it, and it's like a really dark green. And she goes, this I made from the blood of one of my most bravest warriors. And she says, will grant you heroism. So this is essentially a potion of heroism.
Wow. How about for me? Great leaf one.
She pulls out one last thing, and it's a little pair of pince-nez glasses. So like just like little tiny glasses, and she goes, these will give you true sight into the Fae. And what lies beyond.
What do you mean? True.
There is a true seeing like spell essentially.
Yeah, got it. Can I take them? Can I put them on immediately?
It's kind of you only get to use it once a day.
Okay. Well, I'm Zindi, so I immediately put them on. Before she tells me that, and I'm like, "What do you mean true?" And I just put them on, and I look around.
So this is what true sight is.
From They Live.
If you have true sight, you can, to a specific range, see in normal and magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of the shape changer or creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, the monster can see into the ethereal plane within the same range.
Okay. So can I see anything interesting around me right now? Probably not.
I mean, there's no one invisible. And it doesn't say, it's not like a detect magic per se.
Mhm.
You can see into the ethereal plane, which is just sort of like spell shapes, and like it's kind of confusing. So I think you
Got
kind
it.
of like automatically like almost get like a headache like when you try on someone else's glasses and you're like, I'm gonna have to like attune myself to this later.
Cool, great. Ugh.
Wow, these are incredible gifts. Thank you, Meadowleaf.
I have been saving them. The Campestries have been telling me to hold out for a hero.
Wow. I mean, I've been told by some fun guys that I'm a hero. And I kind of I flash a smile.
She go ahead and make a.
And Klarga starts kind of humming, holding out for a hero because it was so catchy.
Amazing. Song that nobody's ever heard before.
No.
Should I roll a charisma?
Yeah, go ahead and roll charisma, just like a flat charisma.
Well, 15.
She sort of like is like, yes, that's what they said.
Nice.
Okay, so she says you are welcome to rest here, or if you need to continue your journey, you may.
Meta, sorry. I know that we talked for like a long ass time beforehand, but I kind of need to wrap up. I like have some work I didn't do. Can we
Sure.
like call it a shorter and end here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
It's yeah. So do you guys want to do you guys want to rest here?
Yes,
Yeah,
I guess.
I
Yeah.
Okay, sick. So yeah, so you guys get some like more cool shit to like fight Skabatha with. And you guys also are basically protected for the evening. You definitely feel watched. But Meadowleaf sort of like retires to her cave and it leaves you guys outside. So if you guys want, we can like pause there, or we can just like wrap up what we want to talk about this evening, and then pause. It's up to you guys.
I'm down to pause.
Yep.
Sick.
Fine.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
Okay, sorry.